Maybe hold it like a little baby.
Did you know that over 2.2 million tons of food is wasted every year in Canada? That costs us over $17 billion and over 9.8 million tons of CO2. Make sure you subscribe to Cityline and don't forget to comment, like, and share. Hi, I'm Julia Grieve, the accidental environmentalist. Welcome to the Lazy Person's Guide to Living Sustainably, where I will show you how everyday little changes can have real impact. Now, when you think of 9.8 million tons of CO2, yeah, what does that mean? What is CO2? Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you very easily. CO2 is a greenhouse gas that absorbs the solar energy from the sun and traps it into the Earth's atmosphere, creating a temperature that is habitable for humans and species. Now, what happens is if we get too much CO2, the temperature starts to rise, i.e. climate warming, climate change. We don't want this. So what we want to do is to avoid things that cause excess CO2, like the 9.8 million tons of it created during food waste. Now understand, that doesn't just come from food spoiling. It comes from the energy that it takes to grow the food, transport the food, package the food. Really, at the end of the day, we are throwing out too much food. So what can I do about this? Well, we can buy less, buy smart, and use what we have. Shopping local is a great way to cut down on the transport required to get the food to you. It's also a great way to support your local farmers, makers, and economy. Now, if you live somewhere where there aren't a lot of farmers markets, that's okay. You can eat in season. Along with fresh vegetables, you'll be supporting Canadian farmers and you'll be cutting down on food miles. You also might put a few extra pennies in your pocket because it'll cost less to get the food to you. There are a lot of fruits and vegetables that grow all year long here in Canada. Leafy greens, root vegetables, and of course, our national fruit, the blueberry. Did you know that was our national fruit? I bet you thought hockey was our national sport. Lacrosse. Now, once you get your food home, the trick is we want to keep this food around longer, giving us enough time to eat it. All of it. One tip, you want to store your berries in glass jars. This will keep your berries fresher for up to 30% longer. You can also do a vinegar wash on your berries. No, your berries aren't going to taste like fish and chips. What you're going to do is 10 parts water, 1 part vinegar, put it into a big sink, wash all your berries, let them dry, put them in the mason jar, put them in the fridge, they'll be around forever. How about your potatoes? Oh yeah, store those in a bag in a dark place, pop in an apple. Now, apples naturally produce ethylene gas, which helps the potato to stay fresher. It won't sprout on you. How about this one? Maple syrup in the freezer. Oh yeah, that's where you put it. Because of all of that sugar, it won't freeze. Other thing you want to do is keep your greens wrapped in dish towels. Just wrap them up like a burrito. Store them crispy, ready to eat. The freezer is your friend. You can put so many things in there right before they go off. Bananas, I have a very hard time guessing the banana consumption in my house. 1 week, they're gone in a day. The next week, they're all sitting there. Boom, into the freezer they go. Also, food scraps from cooking, your onions, your garlic, your peppers, anything like that, put it into a bag and keep that in your freezer and that will become a veggie stock. Almost every Monday, I dump in the veggies that are left over from the weekend cooking and I create a stock. There is more. Okay, so don't toss all those scraps because you can actually regrow some of them. This is the best, 2 for 1. You can buy lettuce and grow lettuce. Things like your romaine lettuce, your celery, your green onions, these regrow quite quickly. You can put them into a little bit of water and you'll see within days, roots will start to happen. You can plant them and regrow. So once we've done almost everything we can think of with our food scraps, the next step would be composting. It is not that scary and it is not that gross. You can do it, honestly. There are different methods of composting. You need to figure which one is right for you. There's hot composting, natural composting, and composting with worms. Let's leave the worms to the professionals, okay? Food waste is a real problem, but that doesn't mean we can't tackle it. There are so many little things that we can do as individuals that will have a real impact on our planet. I am telling you, we can save this planet one meal at a time.